Hi grade 4s, welcome back to another video all about poetry. Today we're going to learn about Cinquain poems and try to answer the questions of what are they and how do we write them. A Cinquain poem is a simple form of poetry that was invented about 100 years ago by an American poet. They are similar to Japanese styles of poetry like haiku or tanka. There are some rules to Cinquain which make it really easy to write because you just have to follow the format. All Cinquain poems have 5 lines. I wonder if any of you noticed that the word Cinquain has the word cinq, like 5 in French. So 5 lines long, and each line has a specific number of syllables. The first line will have 2 syllables, then 4, then 6, then 8, and then 2 again. And Cinquain poems do not have to rhyme, but they can. And one way to remember that syllable rule is to learn the number 24682 and repeat that over again. Say it with me. 24682. 24682. And then when you write your poem, you can apply each digit to its line in the poem. For those of you who may not remember, syllables can be counted by clapping, like the word peanut butter, peanut butter. You heard 4 claps. Or you can put your hand under your chin and count as you say the word, like pretzel. I heard my or felt my hand move 2 times, pretzel, so I know that the word pretzel has 2 syllables. Can you guys tell that I'm currently eating pretzels with peanut butter? So the next question is, what makes a good Cinquain? And a good Cinquain will tell a story. It's not just a bunch of descriptive words. It will probably have a mixture of descriptive language, action and verbs, some feeling, and an ending. Just like any piece of writing, we want it to have a purpose and tell a story. So first, step 1 for writing a Cinquain poem is to select a topic. And sometimes this is the hardest part of writing poetry. So here are a few ideas. For your Cinquain poem, you could write about your favorite thing, your least favorite thing, something you see around you. Maybe I would write about peanut butter. Or something that happens to you, like getting double bounced on the trampoline or going swimming. Or if none of these ideas appeal to you, you can look at the poetry prompts on our website. So once you have a topic, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go to step 2, which is brainstorming your topic. For this part, I want you to think of as many things as you can about your idea and write them down as a list. You want a mixture of ways you could describe your item, so adjectives, and you would want some verbs, so action words related to your object, and then maybe a feeling you get. It's a good idea to kind of have all 3 parts. So in this example for ice cream, I have it's cold, it is yummy, it is sweet, I love to eat it. So we have cold, yummy, and sweet are all adjectives describing words. Love is a feeling, and eating it is that action word. So even in just that short brainstorm, I have all of those parts. And I actually had way more ideas about ice cream as well. This is just a bit of a snapshot. This isn't a poem yet though. Next, what I need to do is I need to start to write my poem and count my syllables. And if a line has too few or too many syllables, you can see if you can change a few words so you can have the right amount. So this poem is actually written by Ken Nesbitt, and it's called Ice Cream. So you can see that first line, ice cream. It has 2 syllables. It's perfect. Next, he has cold and yummy, 4 syllables. I love its sweet flavor, 6. As it finds its way into my 8 tummy, 2. So Ken was able to describe ice cream, and he has an action and a feeling. He has love and it moving into his tummy. So he was able to make a cinquain that told a story. And I'm sure when he wrote this, he had to kind of fiddle with it and change some words so that it had the right number of syllables in each line. Next, step 4. This is just kind of some extra tips. Because the best cinquains tell a story, one way to do that is to follow this format, which is to have a title and then have your first line be your subject. So in that last poem, the subject was ice cream. Then describe it, have an action, a feeling, and a conclusion. That's a pretty easy format to follow so that your cinquain tells a story, and then you can try to fit the lines so that they have the right amount of syllables. I actually wrote a cinquain poem about Percy. So what I did is I decided I wanted to write about Percy, and I made a list about all the things I know about him, and then I started organizing them into this format. So I wrote my title last, but my title is My Pup, and my subject is Percy. I thought about my subject could also be my dog, and I tried my puppy, but that was 3 syllables and it didn't work. So I chose to do Percy as my first line, my subject with 2 syllables. Then I tried to describe Percy. I started by writing, he has long curly black hair. Now that was way too many syllables. So then I tried this. He is really very cute. And not quite still, too many syllables. So then I just shortened it. Percy is just so cute, 4 syllables. Next, I looked at the third line, which is a good idea to make it like an action. And I thought about all the things Percy does, and I wrote, as he jumps around me, so that when I read it, it tells a story. Percy is just so cute as he jumps around me. That had 6. Next was my 8 syllable line. And I actually had a hard time with this because I had a hard time getting to 8 syllables. So I had to rewrite this line a few times. But I decided the feeling I wanted to show was the feeling I get when we cuddle together. So I decided that the line would be so cuddly, soft, and warm when we, and then the next line, I have it as my conclusion as cuddle. Now that I'm reading this out loud, I don't know if I like that my last line is cuddle and the line above it says cuddly. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to change this word to snuggle. It means the same thing. It's a synonym and it has 2 syllables as well, but it just makes it a little bit more interesting. So let's read my poem. My pup, Percy, is just so cute as he jumps around me. So cuddly, soft, and warm when we snuggle. So there's my cinquain, and this took me about 10 minutes to write between choosing my topic, planning, and then writing it all out. And I really am excited to see what you guys can come up with. So your task today is to write a cinquain poem about any topic you want and post it on Seesaw. Here are some things to remember. You can go back or pause the video so that you can have this up on your screen as you write your poem. It's really, really important that you brainstorm your ideas first grade 4s. Otherwise, it's going to be really hard to write your poem. When you're finished, I want you to post it on Seesaw. And most of all, I just really want you to have lots of fun. Bye, grade 4s, and I hope you have a lovely day.